Hi, Commander Galactic Bacon here, and I want to welcome you to my channel, especially if you are visiting here for the first time. And my video today is going to be an Elite Dangerous Planetary Base landing guide for beginners, and this is part 2 of a 3-part series. Part 1 takes you through a step-by-step guide on approach, gliding, landing on a planet. And if you check the end of this video, you'll be able to find that, and it's also in the description below. And in part 3, I hope to cover deploying an SRV on a planet as well. But today I'm specifically going to cover planetary bases. We'll look at how to find them, then landing and docking, obviously. Now I have my game open in front of me. I have a planet directly ahead of me. Now before you go to land on a planet or look for a planetary base, you need to be able to find them to begin with. So if I go to my system map, it shows me that I have a number of landable planets, and they're denoted by a blue sort of half circle around them. And I have one which has 3 lines at the top, and that denotes that this planet has some planetary bases that can be landed upon. I've got another one there. Okay. So if I zoom in, and I'm using the mouse wheel for this, if you're on PlayStation 4, I'm afraid I can't help you with key bindings, etc. You'll have to figure that out from your own system. Right mouse wheel to spin the planet around, and then you can see that there are a number of bases. They're indicated by these yellow icons. I think I have 4, 5 here. Now you will notice in the data displayed when you hover over these bases, this one, Bracewell Lab, there's 2 plus signs next to it. That is telling us that this particular base has defences, and the more plus signs, the stronger the defences. These are really bases that are meant to be used as part of a mission, so it might be taking out the defences, or deploying an SRV, or shooting down skimmers, that kind of thing. So if you're going to land at a base and it's not a mission, I don't recommend you go to one of these unless you just want a fight, but you may find yourself overwhelmed pretty quickly. So we're looking for things that don't have any defences, so Slade Terminal could be a possibility. Wafa Barracks could also be a possibility, and then we have Simic Beacon, but that has some defences. I think I'm going to go for this one, Wafa Barracks, so I'm going to select that as our target. Okay, I'll go back to my ship. You could also do this in the navigation list. It's just you don't get exactly the same information as you would on the system map, but it does tell you the bases that have security, which is quite helpful information. So the ones with security, you can see if you visit those, you're probably going to get shot at. Okay. Right, so we've got the planet in front of us, and our target is signified by the circle, and you notice this one has a dotted line around it, and that is telling us that this target is actually just round the other side of the planet. So we can't fly direct, we're going to have to kind of skim around the planet a little bit before the circle target turns solid, and then we'll be able to fly direct to it. So that's what I'm going to do just now. So I'm going to go into Super Cruise.
ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Okay, so I'm keeping my target just at the bottom of my screen, and then we'll just check it in a little bit and see if we're... yeah, there it is there. So
Orbital flight engaged.
We're now in orbital flight mode. I don't want my angle to be too steep or we might get kicked out of orbital flight, so I'm going to keep it about 25-30 degrees. And we'll stay in this mode until my speed hits 2 kilometers per second, and at 2 kilometers per second we'll get kicked out of orbital flight mode and put into glide mode, and then we'll be able to cruise at 2.5 kilometers a second until we're roughly within 10 kilometers of the base. So we are on the dark side of the planet. What we can do is put on our night vision. Hold on, we're just going into glide mode. I'll just show you that. Yep, so we're dropping from orbital cruise. Glide is engaged. I'm going to hold that course for the time being. Let's see. Where is night vision? Put that on just now and we'll be able to see a little bit better. Okay, I was coming in a little bit steep there. So my glide, I dropped out my glide a little bit early, so I'm just going to boost to the station. I'll speed this bit up for you. Okay, so we're now within 10 kilometers of the base, and as applies with space stations, once you're within 6 kilometers you then have to contact the base to request docking. So I'm going to slow down just now, and I'm going to request docking. I just happen to have a docking computer on this, but you'll be able to see the landing pads highlighted down below as you would do in a space station. It works in a pretty similar way.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, so we're now in the planetary base. I'll go in the hangar. Okay, so you have starport services as you would with any ordinary station. Refuel. So you've got all the usual things. You can pick up missions here and do all that kind of stuff. Okay. So when I'll go through the procedure to leave the base. You launch in the same way as you would do from a station.
Ship detach complete. Please take note of oncoming traffic when leaving this facility. Thank you.
So the one difference is that you need to point your ship towards an escape trajectory in order to leave the planet. So if I engage Super Cruise, well, I'm mass locked at the moment, better take my landing gear off. I'm going to have to boost upwards because we're mass locked, can't do anything as yet. So I'm going to engage the frameshift drive, and you'll notice that there's a target above me. That's our escape vector. So we point towards that, and then we'll start to leave the planet. And you'll notice that our altitude is rising, and that will increase till we get to 500,000 kilometers, 1 million kilometers, then we'll leave the planet. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Planetary base landing. As I said at the beginning of the video, I will do another one on deploying an SRV, both on a planet's surface and at a planetary base. You can actually drive around these planetary bases, which is quite fun. So I'll do that in my next video. If you're just starting out in Elite Dangerous and looking for some guidance, you should check out my beginner's guide playlist, which is indicated in the top right now. If you'd like to be notified about future videos, please subscribe and click the bell icon below if you want to be notified of those. Check out the description below as well for other videos that I've made. Feel free to leave a comment or any questions if there's anything you want to ask about planetary landing. So thanks for watching, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.